What's bubbling, magical people? Welcome back to the Witching Hour with Miss Merlin, where we like to talk about all things witchy and magical. I'm your host, Kimmy, aka Miss Merlin, High Priestess, Medicine Woman, Shamanic Witch, Psychic Medium, and magical person. I'm a little off my game because, guys, as you know, it's been a while, right? So I'm going to explain why that is. And Mel is here today. Hi, Mel.
Hi, magical Kimmy. Oh, Miss Berlin. Yes, hello. It's been quite a while, but sometimes it's necessary to have a little bit of a break.
Oh man, yeah. So I'm not even sure what's going on here. And I mean, like, just with the podcast, I was going through such burnout. Like, I was making myself physically sick. It was not a good situation at all. As you know, leading up to it, I kept losing my voice, and it's like, why is this happening? I'm not sick. It wasn't making any sense. And now it's kind of making sense. I was very, very burnt out, like past the point of burnout. And yeah, I couldn't do it. I woke up the one Saturday. I had everything ready to go. Yes, I was still struggling with my voice, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't even get out of bed that day. And just like the stress of it and all of that together, like, it was making me physically sick. So I had to take a step back and reassess and relax. And I think it was also like I felt so obligated to be here, because I didn't want to let anybody down. And I still don't, because I love it. I love, teaching and sharing what I know.
Right.
But I think, like, there was so much pressure in that, and it just got to me, I think. And it was just too much. And I had to take a sabbatical. And I took a sabbatical from everything. Like, I was not on any social media at all. I wasn't doing any lives on TikTok. Yeah, I just needed to just sit down and shut up for a little while.
Yeah, listen, it happens to the best of us, and you always put 150% of yourself and your heart and your energy into all of your endeavors, whether it's podcasting, social media lives, or teaching. Whatever you do, you put so much heart and effort into it, and when that happens sometimes, especially now with the way that the planets have been going.
Oh my gosh, yeah. That doesn't help.
The astrology kind of confirms everything that you're saying. I think we all have been collectively burned out, so to speak, and just not knowing which end is up at times.
Yeah.
It's been like that on and off all this year for me as well. So totally understand it, but we are so happy that you're back. Oh, I know I am.
Thank you. I don't know what's going to be happening with the podcast going forward. Like, I want to continue to do it because I love it, but I'm just not sure what direction I'm going to take it. Right. Like what we're going to be doing with topics wise, things like that. As I've been mentioning before, I want to get video going on this for like the YouTube platform, and I think like Spotify has a video option, things like that. Amazon, I think. So I want to do that, get more connected, with the audience. I want to know what you guys want too. Like, what do you want to know about? So email me. All the links will be in my link tree in the description portion of this video. And so speaking of the astrology that's been crazy, let's talk about that, shall we? So there's been a ton of planets in retrograde. Okay?
Yep.
Like a ton. And they're putting us through it, man. But this is a wrap up. Like, this is a snake year, right? This is all about that dying. It almost feels like dying over and over and over again. Like, Mel sent me this wonderful post that I did pass on to a couple clients too, because that Medusa energy has been coming through very strongly. So really healing and empowering the feminine energy, healing from trauma, healing from feeling like we've been controlled in some way, you know, when people had control over our person or our bodies, or, you know, that's the energy Medusa helps you with. She's so misunderstood. I love her so much. She's such a powerful and loving, nurturing goddess when she's there to help you with the trauma. So if you're seeing a lot of snakes as a synchronicity, maybe her energy is reaching out to you. So invite her in. But the shedding of the skin, the feeling like we're dying over and over and over again. But definitely. Again, that has all to do with the planets that are actually in retrograde right now. So we have Mercury, of course. Saturn was in retrograde. It just went direct on the 15th. So we're still kind of just coming out of the post-shadow period of that. And that was... that's been pretty rough in itself. Asking us to reassess boundaries, our responsibilities, making sure our long-term goals and commitment line up and align with what we actually want to do and what our purpose is. And a lot of internal tests in this area too. So I'm sorry I cut you off there. What did you want to say, honey?
No, it's okay. Just talking about the retrograde planets, all the outer planets have been in retrograde, with the exception of Pluto, which was in retrograde but now isn't anymore.
Right.
But all of the major outer planets have been in retrograde. So Jupiter and Saturn and Uranus and Neptune are all in retrograde, or about to be, or is coming out of retrograde. So that's why, and together now with Mercury in retrograde in the sign of Scorpio.
Oh, man,
And we all know what happens when planets are in Scorpio. It's deep dive time. So it's that constant death and rebirth, because that's the Scorpio way, is in deep investigation and death and rebirth. So I, personally speaking, have been shedding a lot of ideas and negative mindsets, and things that I didn't even know I was subconsciously holding on to. That have they've been shown up, like mother wounds, and all kinds of just feminine wounding in general has been really, really to the point where it's almost unbearable sometimes. And the water trine that we have currently and really experienced during the new moon in Scorpio.
Which just happened the other day, guys.
Mercury is in Scorpio and it's retrograde. And then we had Cancer in Jupiter. And then we have Pisces in Neptune and Saturn both. So when you have all of that water energy, it's a deep dive into your emotion. So this new moon that just occurred on the 20th of this month really, really set us up to understand what our conscious and subconscious minds are still holding on to. And what we really need to let go of before 2026.
Okay, so I wrote down the dates here. So Mercury retrograde's over on the 29th. Okay,
Thank
so
God.
Expect that, So expect the normal things you usually expect with Mercury retrograde. Patterns resurfacing, people, places, things coming back, for closing out to see, did you get the lesson, this and that? Are you learning a new way of communicating? All of these things. So again, it's over November 29th, but there will be a post-shadow period after that for about 2.5 weeks. Jupiter, not over until March 10th. So Jupiter is forcing us to go through some personal growth right now. Looking at our long-term goals, our philosophy and beliefs, like Mel was saying, she had some of that stuff coming up. I'm going to talk about some of that ancestral in a little bit too. It's encouraging us to have a period of reflection to ensure that our ambitions and expansion are truly aligned. And then we have Uranus, of course. And Uranus comes out of retrograde February 4th. So we're closing out. We're getting to the end of this one, thankfully.
Right.
And this one is all about freedom, right? This one is giving us freedom. It's forcing internal and, I believe, external revolution. So where do we need liberation? It's forcing us to be in our authenticity, changes for your life, and how do you express your individuality? And we have Neptune, of course. Neptune, we're almost done. It's ending December 10th. And Neptune prompts inward examination of illusions, fantasies, escapism, right? That where are we spiritually bypassing things? The difference between spiritual truth and self-deception. So it's teaching us grounding as well, grounding our dreams into reality that are aligned, setting healthy boundaries as well. It was 11:11 on the recording. Just my eyes just went up to that, so that's interesting. Yeah, and then we of course had Saturn that we talked about. So we're just kind of in the post shadow of Saturn, and that has ended. That ended actually on, I think, November 16th or something like that. Yeah, so reassessing boundaries, responsibilities, the commitment, again, to the long-term goals. Right. So lots of stuff, lots of forced things going on right now. Like the planets don't ask permission. They're like, hey, you know, they're not like, hey, do you want to maybe look at this? They're like, no, bitch.
Yeah, definitely. We are forced to see these things that we need to reassess and do something about now, being that it's almost the end of 2025. So the snake year is almost over, and then we go into 2026 with the beginning of the year of the horse, according to the Chinese astrology, and that's movement forward.
Exactly.
Fast, quick, and you know, there's no time to play games. The snake year is about shedding what no longer serves us, but the year of the horse is about taking what we need and what we want and moving forward fast.
And that is why I think it's been so rough, right? Because we have to, 1, 2, 3, 4, I just saw on the timer, you know, for the end of this year especially, is because we have to wrap up all this stuff and get it out of the way so we can shoot forward with the year of the horse. So I did notice the 11:11, and then I looked at my notes, and I wrote down here 11:11 solar flare. So we did have that huge solar flare too, that was causing stuff. The Schumann resonance has been going crazy recently. Yeah. We also had what we in the spiritual community are calling the kill switch, which happened October 30th. Yeah. Right. So the kill switch to this timeline. Right. You know, so a lot more people are starting to wake up, and a lot of people are just starting to see through illusions and see things, you know, you can't unsee certain things anymore. But yeah, and this timeline was meant to be hard. So as much as it sucks, it was meant to be hard. Right. So we could get rid of all the fuckery. Yeah. That's the only word I can think of, right?
It's a good word.
Yeah.
It's true. I think for a long time we've got little bits and pieces of things that maybe we chose not to look at. All the red flags, all of the blocks, and all of the resistance, and so now it's the time, whether we like it or not, to face our shadows and do something about it. Right. No choice right now.
Integrate it. You don't have to get rid of it. We're never ever going to get rid of our shadows. That's part of who you are. It's part of what makes you who you are, right? It's integrating it is accepting that about yourself, you know, and loving it too. There's been this whole group 7 thing too I've been seeing on TikTok. I think that's part of the October 30th people who kind of came online.
Right. Yeah.
I just want to say, we don't group, guys. We are all a part of the whole.
Exactly.
Yeah. But actually, the whole group 7 thing was started by an artist. I think her name is Sophie James. I might have that wrong, so don't quote me on that. But it's brilliant, actually, marketing, because it's made its way around the algorithm. But that's all it is. There's nothing actually to it.
Right.
But yeah. And I just think it's interesting too, guys. I'm going to mention that the astrology right now, it lines right up and is the same as it was around the French Revolution. And what did we just see happen in the United States around Halloween, right?
Right.
There was no access to SNAP benefits, so people were hungry while the president threw a Great Gatsby Marie Antoinette party. Let him eat cake.
Yeah.
So
decided to make that time a good time to do something in the White House construction.
Yeah.
It's like, what? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. And I can't even, my gas are flabbered, Mel. When it comes to this whole situation, because I can't, and I can't deal with how some things are getting so normalized. It's like, they're not. Like that reporter that he called a piggy, the other quiet piggy, I'd have broken that motherfucker's nose. Just say right now, say that to me, I dare you. Oh, how she had the self-control not to slap that man in the face.
I know. Yeah, it's disgusting. It's really disgusting. It's just, he is a topic I don't even want to.
No, he's the most vile creature, most vile creature on the planet. But I will say, I do think it's somewhat hilarious that he was blaring music the other day in the White House like a teenage girl. And the song of choice was Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me by Elton John. Priceless, when I'm pretty sure that that's the diagnosis he just got because he had an MRI. He's sundowning. Yeah, we know it. Everybody knows it. I've been saying it for months. Full disclosure, another reason why I was taking some time off is because I do have some extremely MAGA relatives, which I don't understand because they grew up and were educated in Canada. It makes no sense to me. But as you guys know, I'm very vocal on this channel about my feelings, and I bring out the truth, and I tell you what I'm psychically getting about what's going to happen and how things are playing out on the world stage. But I did get a message from my cousin warning me that my name had popped up in a very, very deep right group. And as we know, that can be quite dangerous. So that was another reason why I took a little bit of a step back.
Right.
So, that's not a cool thing to happen. And I did notice that too a couple times on TikTok. I should have called the woman out. You know how you can reply to a comment?
Yeah.
I should have done that so people would know who she was. But I just blocked her and moved on. But, like, I'm getting some of these trolls coming in that are saying ghastly, horrible things to me when I'm going on live. Like, this woman said to me that I was unrapeable. That's a comment that a woman said to me online on TikTok.
That is nuts.
Isn't that crazy? Another woman said that to me.
Disgusting.
It is. But I'm always honest with you guys, so I'm going to tell you the truth. You know, I was burnt out from a lot of that too. That's a little bit scary. And I got that message from my cousin. I didn't even talk about it until right now.
Yeah, I didn't know.
No, I didn't tell anybody. So, but that's the thing. That's what that side wants to do. is intimidate
Right.
and scare and cause fear. And
Right.
yeah, but yeah, we're seeing all those things. Everything is coming to light. You can't unsee certain things, and we are starting to see the fall of certain regimes in real time. And the way it plays out is going to be really, really interesting, because we are closing out collectively a lot of ancestral cycles right now. A lot.
Right.
Mainly, one of them, patriarchy. We were talking about that a bit before with the Medusa energy, right? Reclaiming our power and not letting men tell us what to do, you know,
Right.
control us in any way, and be able to hurt us and abuse us. And the way that it has been, you know, since the beginning of time, since colonization and Christianity is what happened, because before that it was the worship of the goddess as the life maker, as it should be.
Right.
Yeah. But but just a lot of cycles. I'm seeing a lot of these collectively, with some of my clients as well. With the feminine stuff being healed, seeing a lot of like birth trauma and things like that coming up. Things in the womb space, the womb area, your sacral area of your body, womb space, bladder, all of all of those organs in that area, all of those stuff. But traumas like that aren't even ours, you know, that go back and are passed down through the bloodline, through the placenta. We carry those, right? So we're closing those out, and we're closing out a big cycle of feminines dealing with toxicity, you know, like women who stayed in marriages because they couldn't afford to go another way, or stayed in, you know, like bad situations because of that. This is all ending. You know, we're taking our power back, and it's really beautiful. I'm like really loving the energy of it, for sure.
Yeah, no, definitely. We are finally waking up and rising, and just understanding that we need to be confident in who we are and what our birthright is. And our birthright is to be powerful.
Right. Yeah. And not to settle. We don't need to settle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just to go for it. Go for it. Whatever it is that we want and what we desire, and just doing what it takes to do it, and not let anyone stop you.
Yeah.
Anyone.
Or shake your resolve.
Right. Shake your confidence, or shake your self-esteem, and that's the thing. You know, when we work on ourselves and our self-worth, then we can do anything.
It's true. Because it doesn't matter what anybody says. It's not going to shake you.
That's right.
Right? You're still going to be directed the way you're directed. And that is one thing I'm seeing with that rise of that feminine energy.
Yes.
You know?
Right.
A lot of men are panicking, and sorry about your luck, but women are not settling for nonsense anymore. Like that whole, like, what do you bring to the table? You're asking a confident woman who is, you know, living on her own, taking care of her business, doing what she needs to do, and you're living in your mom's basement with no job and playing video games all day. What do you bring to the table?
Yeah.
No, that's not flying anymore. And like that whole energy is so gross. That and the whole like dating app and stuff energy too. Oh, it's so yucky.
It really is. It is.
It's predatory.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Definitely.
But yeah, people are waking up to it. You know what else I'm seeing a lot of people waking up to? Other people projecting. You know, we're talking about the confidence, right? So when you do your healing and you have that confidence and stuff too, you understand when this is not personal. This person is projecting their own nonsense onto me.
Right. Exactly. You know, and you know if you have established discernment and you have established strong boundaries, then you know exactly what's your stuff and what isn't. And so other people's shit won't affect you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you stand in your power and nothing can affect you.
Yeah. And like, do better, people. Like, that shit doesn't fly anymore. That's how I was raised, or what. No, unlearn that shit. You're an adult.
Yeah, it's true. Excuses. To me, it's just excuses.
It is.
It's like, you know what? You don't have to repeat the cycle. You don't have to repeat the pattern of, okay, but my parents raised me that way.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. But, if you know that you don't want to continue this cycle, then you have a responsibility to do something
to stop
about
it. And I think that's where we are right now at a big point collectively, is our people making the decision to, take responsibility for themselves.
Right.
And unlearn that shit and move forward, or are we going to stay in the same stupid patterns?
Right. Right. It's about taking accountability. And I think that this year is a big year for taking accountability.
Yes.
Because once we have awareness about our wounds and about our traumas, then we have a responsibility to do something about it.
Absolutely.
Not just say, oh, well, you know what? I'm this way because of this trauma or that situation. Okay, so now you understand the root cause.
Yeah.
Well, what are you doing about it?
Right. Yeah, you can't use that as an excuse. Yeah.
Right.
It drives me crazy. You know what drives me the most crazy? I hate when people fucking lie to me. Like,
oh, sure.
First of all, I take it as the hugest insult because I'm a human lie detector.
Right.
I know you're lying to me. Like, just because I'm not calling you out on it in the moment is because I don't want to put the energy into the argument. But I am making a mental note of it. Believe me, I saw it. And I feel like it's an insult to my intelligence when people do that. It's like, you really think that I am that stupid, that I am not going to see through this?
Right. Exactly.
First of all, I'm intelligent. Secondly, I'm gifted. Like, I've literally told you these things. You know these things. And the fact that you're still trying, it makes me so angry.
Yeah, I know. It's true. I'm the same. I mean, I can tell when somebody's lying to me. And it's like, or they're just telling stories. And I just kind of look at somebody like, really? Or if I'm on the phone with them, I'm like, I make all kinds of faces as I'm on the phone. Like,
oh, I know.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Do you really think I'm going to fall for that? Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes my face gives me away, too.
It always gives me away. It's terrible. Yeah, what I don't say, my face will say for me.
Sometimes I try not to, though, because I just like to see how far someone's going to go.
Right.
Like, I'm just going to note this stuff until, like, you won't see me anymore. And you'll be sitting there wondering why.
Right. Yeah, for sure. I'll detach immediately.
Exactly.
Once I know that you're giving me a bullshit story, it's like, okay, you can tell someone else this because I don't believe you.
Yeah.
And I know you're lying. So,
yeah. And the gaslighting, too. Like, I have a master's degree in that, okay? I've dealt with so many narcissists in my life. Don't even try.
Right.
Yeah, it just drives me crazy.
Yeah. I think this has been the year of calling people out.
Yeah.
Like, I've been calling people out. This year especially, I mean, in the past couple of years, I've been doing it more of it versus just letting people think that they're getting away with stuff. But this year I've actually been really just calling, like I've had to tell my mom, and I felt bad about doing that because she does have dementia, but she has this way of pushing my buttons, and again, the Chiron wound, the wound of feeling unworthy or things like that originated with that relationship, and I know this. So, sometimes someone, even though they can't help themselves to a degree, it's if you're warning them not to push your boundary, and they do it anyway, there's only so much patience a person has before they explode.
You only have, like, the tank has a capacity, right? It's not unlimited. Yeah. We can't expect ourselves to have unlimited empathy, patience, all of those things. Like, we're humans.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm seeing that pattern though, like collectively,
Right.
that you're talking about. And I was going back a little through my ancestry. I just want to talk about this for a minute because I have some things I want to right some wrongs. So as a lot of you know, I've told you that the show Vikings, that's about my family. And a lot of people's first reaction to that is, no, it isn't. Okay, whatever. I don't even care. I have nothing to prove to anybody. But how did this all come about? People have asked me that. How did I figure this out? So the most interesting part is that show came out and I was so drawn to it. So drawn to it. I was like, why? Because like the culture in that I love. But the violence, I can't. I can't. It's there's a lot of very violent stuff on there, right?
Right.
And that's really hard for me to watch. Anyways, and I can't fast forward that stuff because I need to know what happens. So I was like, why am I so drawn to this? But anyways, I thought, well, maybe it's just the culture, right? So I had already been watching it for a bit. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do this for fun. And I put my family tree, what I knew, into ancestry.com.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And then I got a message from one of the directors on there. And they asked me if I'd be willing to do my DNA because there was someone who thought that they might be related to me. And I, at the time, money was a little tight. So I said, like, I really can't do that right now. And they said, well, we'll pay for it. I was like, oh, okay. So I did it. And we found out my mom has a brother that they never knew about. And so we were able to reunite that part of the family with my family, which was really cool. But going back, like learning the genealogy and going back and figuring it out, and just connecting with other people. Like once you connect the dots and you do your DNA, it's like all these like connections are just made completely, right?
Right.
So then you go back and go back and go back. And I was actually working with one of the directors there because I am a part of a very interesting bloodline. So we wanted to figure it out. And it actually came about that I am part of the Norse Gaelic Ymir dynasty.
Wow.
So that's Ragnar, of course. And then I thought it was Uba, one of his other sons, that I went Ragnar Uba. But it's not. I'm actually from Ivar. Ivar the Boneless. In the Viking show, they show him as kind of being impotent. Well, he wasn't.
Apparently not.
No. So I go from Ragnar to Ivar, the Ymir dynasty, and then Ivar's son Sitriak Kayak, who actually then had another child. They're the Aimlab Ciaran dynasty, which was the king of Dublin and York. And then that goes to Sitric Stilkenbeard, who is the king of Dublin in 989 to 1036. He had a daughter named Ragnhild, who had a son named Sinan. And then Sinan had a daughter very late in his life. So she's just put as Ferch Sinan, which means daughter whose name was never recorded.
Wow.
So that's where the line goes.
Wow, that's fascinating.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. So if you guys have seen the show, I just want to right some wrongs here. I'm just going to take a minute to do that if you don't mind.
That's okay. Go ahead.
So Ivar... the way that he died on the show, not accurate. Ivar died in 870 to 873 AD. There's conflicting sources on that. But he died of the crippling disease that he had. It wasn't from the battle that we saw. Uba was killed in England in a battle. He never did make it to the Americas. That part was, for dramatic purposes. Sigurd, Snake in the Eye. In the show, Ivar got mad and threw an axe at him and killed him. That didn't happen. Sigurd died in 887 AD, which was like 10 or 15 years after Ivar. And his cause of death is strongly suspected to just be that he died of old age. Bjorn had a very epic Valhalla-worthy death on the show. I'm sorry to say it didn't happen that way. He lived a very fruitful life well into his 70s. And Fitzek. Fitzek. They did Fitzek so dirty. This was the least accurate one. They made him a drunk in the show, basically, and an addict. And he wasn't. What was true was he was part of the Great Heathen Army who avenged Ragnar after his death. And then he did go with Ivar with the Rus army. And he was a very fearsome warrior there. But he was taken prisoner in a battle. And they gave him a choice of how he would like to die. And he chose to be burned alive atop a mound of bones and bodies. So That was like an epic death in Viking lore, in history. So the show really did him dirty on that. Why they didn't follow that storyline, I don't understand. But yeah, I just wanted to right those wrongs. But I wanted to talk about a little bit how that's the ancestry, the cycle, right? Because in the show, when Ragnar started to travel to different places, that was at the time where Christianity was starting to make its conquer around. So when they did travel to England and Ragnar was good friends with the king, they kind of shared stories, they shared their beliefs, and he had that kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Sorry, guys. I'm trying to pull the word out of my brainium right now. My brain is not braining. Like when you're kind of split down the middle. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay. Like with his beliefs, right? Because like he had his Norse beliefs, right? And then he traveled. And then he learned all this stuff about Christianity, right? So conflict.
Torn.
Yes.
Yeah, it was torn, conflicted, torn.
That's the word. Yes. Sorry. Oh my gosh. Perimenopause, guys. It's not fun.
And then you can blame it on the planets too. So
I can. Yeah, I will. I'm going to blame perimenopause and the planets. But yeah, very conflicted about the beliefs. Right? And I experienced that myself because I have my Norse paganism and also Celtic stuff goes all the way back to them. Right? And Aslog was a vulva. Right? So that's where the witchcraft comes from. And my whole line, the feminines in my family have all been intuitive, gifted, and witches, basically. Whether they knew it or not. But yeah, that all comes down from that. But then from my father's side of the family, my dad was raised Catholic. So he put us in Catholic school and all that kind of stuff. So I had to also figure out, okay, I love Odin, but they're telling me over here that I have to love Jesus. And that Odin doesn't exist. So this was the conundrum, right? The conflict. So I think like with that, I was closing out part of that cycle for my ancestry, right? And then I just wanted to touch on Ivar really briefly too. So Ivar was disabled. And if you watch the show, Ragnar actually put him out to die as a baby because he thought like he won't be able to take care of himself. Aslog, of course, went and got him, brought him back, and he ended up being like a very, very respected, fearsome Viking. But that whole like you're disabled, you can't do it. Right? And that, as you guys know, I'm very open with it. ADHD, right? So people my whole life would tell me you can't do it. But no, I just want to do it a different way.
Right.
Because my brain doesn't work the way that yours does,
Right.
But making me feel less than. And that's another big wound for me too. Like the second that, and I read energy, people, don't forget that. The second that I disclose to some people that I have autism or that I'm on the spectrum, immediately they think that they have a one-up on me in some way, or they're more intelligent than me in some way. Well, baby, let me tell you, I'm the kind of autism that's the genius in the room. So you're not smarter than me.
Right.
But it's just, and they automatically go into that energy of superiority. You know what I mean? Like you can almost feel the shift instantly. I hate it. I hate it. Like, don't underestimate me because of what you perceive to be a disability, because it's not.
Right.
It's actually a superpower for me because I've learned how to use it.
Yeah.
Like a magical power.
Yes, this is true. And we've had this conversation about how we feel about people who are special. Autism and, again, quote unquote disabilities like that. And I don't like to say the word disabilities.
Let's just say neurodivergence.
Yeah, exactly. Special. It's just super ordinary special. I mean, there's so many other beautiful words that we can use to describe someone who is unlike us. But again, the us, we all should be like people who are neurodivergent, because they have, you have, and my son is autistic, so I recognize it in him as well. There's a connection, a special, more superior connection to spirit, the spirit realm, to magic, to all of the things that we cannot see, that the people that are, again, I don't want to say ordinary, but people who don't have those abilities.
Right.
We don't have those same perceptions, extrasensory perceptions, because my son will know right off the bat who's trustworthy and who isn't. And he can read a room faster than anybody else can. And he's just my greatest teacher in this life. He really is. And I love the fact that he is just so unlike everybody else. I think it is a superpower, and I love it.
Well, that is something that is said in the neurodivergent community, that we're here to wake everybody else up, right? The way that our brains work. And when we do the healing, and this is how everything is connected, that's why there's no groups, people. Okay. So when those who have already been awake and doing the healing are doing that healing, they are bringing up everybody else with them. So the more people who keep doing it are bringing up more people. That's why the October 30th kill switch thing happened.
Right.
Yeah. And why a lot of people, bang, came online at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. I have never heard so many, even celebrities, talking about things like manifestation
and energy
and spirituality and energy work and mindsets, and it's like, wow. I mean, every time I turn on the TV and I watch an interview from someone, you'll hear all of these people talking. I mean, it could be a sports figure, it could be an actor or singer, whomever it is. I've never in all my years have heard these things coming out of people's mouths so openly and honestly. It's like amazing. Like I'm amazed at the movement and the awakening that's occurring right now.
Yeah, I'm seeing it too. Like a lot more people are mentioning astrology and manifestation and energy and crystals even and stuff.
Yes.
And I just want to tell you guys, when something happens and I tell you that I'm going to consult my crystals, I'm not talking about my stones. My best friend has a whole bunch of personalities, so I just consult her. That's the crystals.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. No, it's speaking of manifesting, I manifested something very cool that has to do with her. Mel knows. But
Oh yeah.
so I love Halsey. I love her. I love her. I love her. She's one of my all-time favorite artists. I have certain ones that I just really gravitate to and just love, love, love. And she is one of them. And she is doing 3 more intimate shows in Toronto in January. And I saw that she was doing the Back to Badlands tour. And normally, you know, when people go out and they tour, they do all their new stuff, right?
Right.
This tour is all about her doing all her old stuff that we love, which is amazing, right? That hardly ever happens. So I noticed that this tour was happening and I said, I want to go to this. I really want to do this. And within 2 days, my children had bought me tickets for my birthday, which is Christmas Eve, and made arrangements for my best friend, Crystal, who lives in the States and who hasn't been here in 5 years, to come over for a couple of days. We're going to spend a couple of days together in Niagara Falls, have some fun, and go to the concert. So
That is awesome.
yeah. Yeah. And I manifested that in like 48 hours.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's amazing. And that always, you're going to have so much fun. Like, it's a blast. And just to know that it's something that you've always wanted and
Yeah.
probably thought at some point it wasn't going to happen. But
Yeah,
to
never.
know that you manifested it now, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's so great.
Yeah. Now I have to decide whether I'm going to dye my hair blue or pink. I've had my hair very pink before, and that looked cute. I might try the blue this time. We'll see.
Yeah. Blue is cool.
Yeah, and we're going to be in Niagara Falls right when the Ice Wine Festival is happening. So yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of ice wine. Dionysus said so.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
If you guys
Sounds
don't
like
know
you
what
guys-
ice wine is,
You're all gonna have fun.
yeah, it's it only happens in certain places, of course. There are certain times of year where the grapes freeze on the vine at a certain temperature and it just locks in the flavor and the sweetness inside the grape. So that's when they make ice wine. So it is kind of a little bit of a rarity because like it only happens once a year, obviously.
Right.
But I haven't drank any alcoholic beverages in like since the last time she was here because she was here at New Year's. So we had a glass of champagne. So 2 sips of the ice wine and I'm like, whoa!
Oh, that sounds like so much fun.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, and like I said, I usually don't drink at all, but Dionysus said I have to. So I follow what my deities say.
That's it. Hey, you know what? It doesn't happen all the time.
No.
It's a celebration for you, and you should celebrate.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm going to. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Tomorrow's going to be fun too. You guys are going to be listening to this after probably it already happens because we're recording this on Friday. But I'm going to be in the Santa Claus parade in Gravenhurst tomorrow in a cute little elf dress handing out candy.
Oh my God. It's going to be so fun. Oh, wow. I can't wait to see pictures.
Yeah, I'll post them because my outfit's really cute.
Yeah, it's adorable.
Yeah, cute little elf dress. But yeah, a friend of mine, her mom, I think is on the board or something for the parade in Gravenhurst. So we're gonna go up there tomorrow and be in the parade. And there is a really, really cool crystal shop up there called Metatron's Garden that I love. Yes.
Nice. Oh, I'm sure you're going to take a trip there.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Definitely have to stop in and visit Emily. Love her. Hi, Em, if you're listening. But yeah, lots of stuff going on. Like I said, I don't know where the podcast is going, like what direction it's going. I want to keep doing it, but I think that was part of the burnout too.
Right.
Is because I didn't really have a clear direction of what I wanted to do. Like 1 week I would do a reading and then 1 week I talk about this and 1 week I talk about this, which is really cool. But it's kind of hard to keep up with all of that when you're doing it by yourself.
Right.
right? To make sure, because I want to give you guys the most accurate information. So it takes a lot of research and stuff
Sure.
going in, even if it's a topic that I know inside out, right? Because
Right.
I want to fact check everything. So, yeah. So I don't know what's going to be happening going forward, whether I'm going to be here every Saturday like I was before, or whether things are going to change. But I just want to take a minute and thank you guys for being here and for listening. It's so awesome. And I appreciate you all so much. And my absence in that had nothing to do with you guys and had nothing to do with the material. I just needed a rest. Yeah. And it was forced because I was not letting myself get there. Yeah.
See, and that's just another confirmation about how important self-care is.
Yes.
And listening to our bodies and just slowing down when we need to, and not putting so much pressure on ourselves to have something completed if we're not in the right energy or in the right space to do it. So I know that your listeners love listening to you, but I'm sure that they will understand that you needed to take the time to rest, and that what they'll be happy whenever they can hear from you. So I really don't think that they're gonna hold it against you. They're gonna be welcoming you back with open arms in whatever way you feel like coming back, because whatever you do, your stuff is so interesting, and you share so much good information and just personal insights, and we as the guests, because I know you've had a few different guests, we all enjoy coming on your podcast in whatever capacity you allow us to. I know I always have such a great time. I love coming to your podcast, and whatever you make of it, I can't wait to see and hear how it's going to be. And if you invite me, I will be part of it anytime you want.
I love that, and I love having you here. But I think, also the burnout, like we were talking about cycles, and I brought up the autism.
Yeah.
I think that was also me doing a lot of masking, right? Because women present with autism a lot different than men or boys do, right? You often can't even tell. Until I tell people, a lot of people don't know that information about me, because I have been an excellent masker my whole life. And that is exhausting, and I think that was part of the burnout too. I'm just, I'm just going to allow myself to be myself,
Right.
And when I get nervous and things like that happen, I stim sometimes, and you may hear something come out of my mouth that makes no sense to the context of what we're talking about.
Right.
But I'm just gonna let it roll now. I don't care anymore. I'm not going to exhaust myself.
Right. And you shouldn't.
No.
And you absolutely shouldn't. Just just be free to say what you need to say, be who you are, and that's why you have so many listeners who really enjoy what you have to share with them, because it's authentic. It's not bullshit. It's not a story.
Sorry, Stim.
It makes you who you are, and I think, personally speaking, it's endearing, because you're just speaking your truth, however that comes out.
Yeah. Well, what I just said there, that was it's been dying to come out the whole time. Jessica Rabbit. I'm not bad. Just drawn that way. If you're in my house while I'm making food, that is the most time that you're going to hear me being silly.
Okay, bring it on.
You might hear some Monty Python coming out of the kitchen with no context.
You're a one-woman show.
I am.
Nothing wrong with that.
Oh, there's certain things that just stick in my brainium. And I'll just keep hearing them over and over and over and over and over again. And it's almost like a pressure until I say it out loud.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. And then it's hard to keep that stuff back, like especially when you're in a public setting, you know?
Right.
The only way I can describe it, because a lot of people don't know this about autism, but it's almost like a Tourette's thing, right? When you stim, it's the same type of thing.
Right.
It's hard to keep control of that. And when you're overstimulated too, logic doesn't apply. You know, like I could be watching myself, you know, it's an out of body experience, you know, when you get very, very overstimulated, right? I'd be watching myself throw a tantrum like a 2-year-old, and I'm sitting here knowing I'm throwing a tantrum like a 2-year-old, and this is ridiculous. But there's also nothing I can do to stop it.
Right,
you know?
right. Yeah. I've seen that in my son as well. So when it doesn't matter who he's around, he does echoing. So he'll just repeat the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And for people who are not accepting of things or unaware or whatever you want to call it, just not tolerant, they may be put off by it. They may think it's strange or have all kinds of opinions and judgments about it, but he's just being himself, and that's why I never try to stifle him, and we let him be who he is, even no matter where we are. It doesn't really matter. So,
and I love that. I wish that I had that growing up.
Yeah. So I've come to understand that you have to accept people for who they are and how they are, and just I love it. I just love people who are so unique and just not cookie cutters of everybody else. And I guess that's why I love you so much.
Oh, thank you.
You're so unlike most people that I know. So I love it.
Oh, I'm definitely an individual. That is for damn sure.
You are, and that's one of the things that is so endearing about you.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I just don't understand. Like, I love how supportive you are, and I think that's wonderful. Because I never had any of that, but I just don't understand how nobody knew. My mom gave me a box. Recently, I was going through it. There was one in the basement at their house, and it had all my old report cards and stuff like that in it. And I'm reading all the teachers' comments and stuff. I'm like, hello, it is spelled right out for you here. What? Yeah. At least the ADHD. Come on. How did you not see that?
Denial.
She focuses on the wrong things. Unimportant tasks. Come on. That's one of the main things.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Red flags.
Yeah.
How are you not doing something about that?
Yeah. Yeah, just reading all that, I'm like, oh my God, how you people failed me.
Yeah. I know. It's true.
But that's part of letting it go too, right?
Yes.
Accepting
it is.
That they all failed. That wasn't my fault.
Right.
And moving on from it.
That's it. You don't let it hold you back. You don't let it stop you from anything that you want to do. And that's the best way. Is just live your life and be who you are and do it unapologetically. And you do that anyway, so I think bravo to you. Yeah,
I'm going to be doing it more so.
Good. Can't wait to see what you do next.
Just letting the freak flag fly. See where it goes.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. Let it fly.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. But, I think that's good for today. We covered the astrology and why it's so crazy and chaotic. And if you guys have felt the same, now you know why. Yeah. Blame the planets.
That's what I say. It's all their fault.
That's right.
It's my fault, their fault.
Yep. No, that would be spiritually bypassing. But we can blame them a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. We can halfway blame them. That's fine.
Right. Or we can thank them.
Yes.
We can thank them for bringing about all of this, what seems to be chaos, but really it's just us getting our shit together finally seeing what we need to see and doing something about it.
Yeah.
So I'm all for it. I'm all for the chaos if it means that the lessons will finally be learned and I can move on from certain things. So, you know.
I always kind of laugh to myself when I want to blame the planets, because I always see like that meme in my head with the moon. So the full moon. So stop blaming me for your shit, Becky.
Yes, exactly. I know, the moon with the face on it talking. I've seen it over and over.
Yeah. I don't want to be Becky.
It's true.
Yeah. Sometimes we have to, though. It's the only way we can get through. But laughter helps too. All right. Well, that's where I'm going to leave it. And yeah, just find ways to make yourself smile. Take a moment. We have a very stressful time of year coming up. You know,
Yes.
I'm going to do my best to try and guide you guys through it again. But no promises to whatever is happening with this, but I'm going to do what I'm going to do.
That's it. Do it your way.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. Do it your way, however that is for you, however, you're called to do it, guided to do it, feel like doing it, just do it.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I want to do the video thing. I think we might do shorter and more video. And as a platform, I do like YouTube a lot better than the energy of other things, because I'm just not enjoying the energy of social media at all right now.
Yeah.
Like, it's just ew.
Icky. Yeah, it's just icky.
It is. Yeah. So, yeah, until something else comes along, which I know it will, I just feel it. And I've been saying that for a while. Some sort of new form of communication or something. I don't know what that looks like, so don't ask me. But yeah, I'm seeing it. But we're starting to see things play out, and interesting to keep watching that happen. And I will be here, maybe not every week, but I will be here helping you guys through it, guiding you guys through it. Yeah. And if you wanted to book a personal reading or service or anything like that with me, you can find the links in my link tree below. All my services and pricing are on my social media. They're listed there in pinned videos or highlights. So that's where you'll find all that information. And you can always email me and ask questions. Email me and let me know what you want to talk about on here, because I want to hear from you. All right. So thank you, Mel, so much for being here. Always love having you. It's always a blast.
Thank you for having me. It's always fun. Anytime. Just you let me know and I'll be here.
Yes, and we'll do that for sure. And thank you guys again so much for sticking with me through all the stuff. I appreciate you all and love you all more than you know. And remember, you guys always make your own magic, okay? And so until next time, stay magical, my friends. Love you so much.